call it. Damn it. Damn it. Every time I try to say anything, I cough. This happens. It's been happening all weekend while I was sick and feeling ill. I would mute on Discord, go do something for 10 minutes, be fine, come back. The moment I unmute, I cough instead of saying, hey, back. Don't call it a comeback because I never left. Haha. Let's take two. Anyway, yeah. We're back. I'm back. It's stream time. It's been over a week. But I got hit with, I don't know what it was, like a stomach bug or something. Even swords must perish on the porcelain throne, as they say. But yeah, I'm living. I'm feeling a lot better-ish, but better enough that I can sit here, play a game, have a good time, and chill and relax and vibe and all that stuff. Decided to push the fighting game stuff off like maybe a week or two and then get back to it, especially since I was gonna play Skullgirls, and now they officially announced today at least that Black Dahlia's alpha will be hitting PC Skullgirls in June, so I'm kind of gonna wait and see when that's gonna happen. So fighting games may or may not be delayed. Also, June 10th is Guilty Gear Strive Season 2, so that's exciting as well. You know, exciting stuff. And then DNF Duel comes out in June as well. Lots of exciting stuff. I'm gonna get a cough drop. But yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of freeball it for the next week or two about what I'm gonna stream. Just try to make sure I have a schedule, but you know, you never know. Tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Guild Wars 2 on stream for the first time. I'm gonna make a new character and actually experience the story instead of just level and ignore everything else. So you go through the story and I can experience it for the first time, because people always say Guild Wars 2 has a really good story. I have 3 level 80s, but 2 of them are boosted. I have 1 level 80 that I got through Guild Wars 2's one of the living stories at the time, and I just kept redoing it over and over when Lion's Arch was burning, so it just let me get from like level 30 to 80 in like the span of a day. The experience was ridiculous, and I never really fully acclimated to properly playing Guild Wars 2 at endgame, so I want to learn that too, and I hope it's cool. But that's not what's happening today. What's happening today is I'm continuing Meteors, a Realm Reborn adventure in Final Fantasy XIV, which I've done 4 times now, and the first VOD is finally up on my VODs channel. Second one will probably be up in like a week, a little less, like maybe, I think 27th, I don't know. Yeah, I'm here, and it's, I'm here, and it's time to continue. We left off at Copperbell Mines. We finished that, so it was time to get back to Painted Mesa in the quicksand. And there's going to be a whole thing that's going to happen. There we go. The whole thing. Okay. To preface, I've been playing so much FF11 for the past couple days that my ability to control the camera and do everything I want to do is like all fucked up. This is me using the arrow keys. I think it's slightly different. Alright, here we go. Get the sound up a little bit. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. We found the One Piece. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me, don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for with my own coin. What rot, you refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less choice cut of dodo. I'm gonna say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Bystander effect. I got you, bro. Please, adventure, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I'd only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. And who the hell's are you when you're at home? The dog's master? I've had enough of this mama's face. You lot teach them a lesson. I'm gonna fucking annihilate all of them. Ain't no bystander effect when I fucking run in. I take out the bystanders first. I like how the Brass Blades are watching, actually, like dead ass. Are those the dancers? Yeah, that one Brass Blade's like, yo, get him! I won. Ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you, thrice over. Oh! Echo! I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek new life in the city. I see. But the calamities affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the Brass Blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets were riffraff. It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that old dog was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. She did buy the dodo tenderloins. Sir, are you alright? What is word? I keep doing the same accent. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? Fuck off. What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I know who said that. Oh wait, no, it's the people. Look! Behind the street lamp, like a real cat. It's Yashtola. God bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. Ever the selfless hero, I see. Been a while, adventurer. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you've displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariably to serve the general good, whether you mean it to or not. It is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes for your character. Yet for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me most. I speak of the visions you experience, visions like the one you have had mere moments ago, if I'm not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit you for your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think on my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Okay. Who the fuck is that? Why does that look like me, but scruffy? Seems like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Meteor. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd have been hard at it with the giants in the dark. I can't speak. You're every ilm the adventurer Mune said you'd be, Meteor. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, right, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I know who she meant right away. Etta! Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Etta. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. When I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I'll go back to the village of my birth and begin me training anew. But I wanted to meet you first to ask your name. Meteor, I shan't forget. Thank you, Meteor. Bye. I accidentally hit the button. Adventuring can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was... I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking for you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. That goes doubles for yours, Meteor. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Meteor, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise. I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on the another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of beating Old Dawn. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. The good people have made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Meteor. Now, I've been given lease to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever is at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Meteor, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as I help make you into the adventurer you are. Drop it and tell them how you're faring from time to time. You hear? Right, well, I've said my piece, off you go. Goodbye! Is that Sephiroth? Let me repair my gear. I want you to fight Ifrit! I don't know why I said it like that, I'm so sorry. Did I get the Chocobo key when I went to go unlock Dyes and Glamour? I did. Let's go! Speed run. Or more like hands off the computer run. Let's go! Bam 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 bam. gonna be a chill stream today. Let's go. Low energy, just the way I like it. Oh, Tatsu. I'm not singing. Trololo. Ah. Oh, I can do that. I can cough. I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to. Me, Meteor. You're at the behest of Y'shtola. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Meteor. Meteor, Meteor. Meteor, Meteor. Here you are. Ahem. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the 7th Dawn. My name is Tatu, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. I'm getting nostalgia. Well, let's go see everybody. Ali and Abba. It's my boy Arenvald. I had a dream unlike any other. I was myself, but then I began something more. When I spoke of it to others, they directed me here. Did you have one too? Perception is something else. Did you perchance notice how small she's written the names in her roll? I couldn't make out a single one, no matter how hard I tried. Sorry, just trying to make idle conversation. This whole affair has me all worked up. I thought for sure that was some sort of scam, that they were rounding up hapless adventurers for some nefarious ends. But now I've seen the facilities for myself, I must confess it looks legitimate. The antecedent made me an offer I couldn't refuse, said that if I joined, I'd get to fight against the Primals and the Imperials, both to my heart's content. I know I could get the same by enlisting one of them grand companies, but I've never been partial to saluting, if you know what I mean. These are the originals. Hello. I take it you're a Meteor. Tata sent word that you had arrived. Lady Menphilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Money! Please be voiced.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
God.
Well met, friend. My name is Menphilia, and I lead the Scions of the 7th Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the 7th Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, Have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
All the time.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality?
Mm-hmm.
Felt as though you were hovering in space? A mind without a body?
Of course.
All these things are the manifestations of your talent.
I'm talented.
Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul. A power known as the Echo.
The Echo. Dolphin.
Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo.
Wow.
With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm.
Okay.
I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea.
My feet.
But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Okay. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They're individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. What kind of paper this is? What you writing? Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By the way of a welcoming gift, I've taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I'm sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose, and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to the decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Where do I put Wild Rose? Apalimo. While there are others here who possess the Echo, none are near as strong as you with the power, hence our extremely high expectations. This place is called the Waking Sands, and it's our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, you know, but then a bunch of things happened and we ended up here instead. 7 waning moons see 7 suns rise, divine order royals, fallen corpses writhe. Thus the divine chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shines clear. They evoke the dire circumstance of this imperiled age. The realm doth shudder and twist, and the dawn lieth cowering neath the stifling blanket of night. And we abide. We await the coming of the unborn era's seed, the light which shall pierce the glowering darkness. I fucking love Urianger. What's up, Triad? How you doing? Summoning a primal is no small feat. It requires a tremendous concentration of aether, which is why the beast tribes go to such lengths to obtain crystals. Once they manifest in physical form, their unquenchable thirst for aether only grows stronger. They drink the land dry with nary a thought to the consequences. Considering their fearsome strength, it could be well within their ability to do so. It's for this reason we must do our utmost to oppose them. Our organization, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of 2 separate entities. The first was comprised of Charlian natives, such as myself, and was called the Circle of Knowing. The second, made up of individuals that share your rare gift, was known as the Path of the 12. The terrible events that ushered in the 7th Umbral Era taught us that only together may we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not of what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Meteor. I go whither the wild rose blooms.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down.
Wonderful!
But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Charlian ring any bells?
That's an Endwalker!
It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Charlians were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popolimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there. Welcome.
Come!
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
This is Thancred!
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may,
Come.
the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Yeah, we've met.
Greetings.
We've met!
I have been expecting you.
Well, yeah, because we've met.
Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad our
He like starts with like a cryptic quote and Minfilia looks over like, are you
At the
fucking
Battle of
serious right now?
Carcinone, our leader was taken from us, but we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
She was voiced?
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emulja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ulda.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
This is Thancred. What's up, Triad? How's it going? You caught me in the middle of a million cutscenes. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone. That would be a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Well, and Tired's doing pretty well. Ah! Classic Tired. Me too. You know what? Save some money. I'm Isambard. Here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Emulja. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the Emulja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Emulja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of St. Adama Alandama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Emulja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You'll find them on the eastern road. God willing, you may even come to learn something of when the Emulja seek in the area. Okay. I still don't have a mount. Sprint. Meteor sprint. That's what I called it. It's been a while. A lot of quests in 14 are about cleaning up corpses for burial. This isn't even the most iconic one. This is just the first one. The most iconic one's around level 34. Off I go. Meteor sprint. Meteor dive. It's good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yeah. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You've done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is much more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. And even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it to be so. There's a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away at the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Do you not put corpses in the back of your pocket? Oh, it's this guy. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Here you go. Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before, what with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. He tried to get sexual favors out of an innocent woman. Oops. Please, sir, just leave me be. I've got nothing to say but this. I'll take who or whatever's been feeding us off us low. Fuck you. Why'd he say that? Well, they got rid of most of the NPCs. You used to have to talk to like 5 or 6. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Okay. We're in the midst of an investigation. Whew. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and move on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah? I I really need to get my shit together because I play 14 in one way and I play Final Fantasy 11 in another, and I've been playing so much 11 that I'm like not even touching my mouse sometimes. Scott, see. Welcome back, Meteor. Welcome back, Meteor. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than at the Church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Mox. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Got another corpse in my back pocket. Let's take a look at this guy. How suspicious. I am Marx, yes. A body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. He's inconspicuous. He doesn't even know he's potentially conspicuous. Alright, time to put the body. Bah. Time to bury the body. Bah. I put rock. Rock on body. Oh shit! It's fine. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. She's been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me, you will find Sister Orson within the church walls. Hello. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you next see him. You seek the knowledge of missing dry bone inhabitants. It is true I am closer to the people than any of the order. I confided them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marx would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Mark, and soon. Back to the dry bone, meteor dash. I wonder how much of these quests they cut. I'm legitimately curious. What level quest am I currently doing? 18. Gotta get to 20. Excuse me. Pardon. Thank you, Media. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught? I have auto is on. You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Meteor? This is Thancred. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust, more at times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to his notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Frustration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? This good sister Orson, the good sister Orson herself. Orson, she wouldn't, she couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. And you'd be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper marks. I swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Sister Orson, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Meteor, and see if you cannot glean something about from the activities and stuff. I don't remember this. And it's probably because, realistically, when I first started playing Final Fantasy XIV when it first came out, I was entirely disinterested about all the world building and shit that they were doing. Right? So I wasn't really paying too much attention to the story. I kind of did when Ifrit popped up because it was cool, and then it slowed down dramatically again. And they had you doing so much stupid shit, like dancing for 7 sylphs and like 3 guards and shit like that. I haven't done that yet. But it was like so much, and they've cut a lot of steps. Like even here, you used to have to talk to like 5 or 6 NPCs, and they cut it down to 3, and they're all next to each other. One of them was like almost hidden. So it's streamlined, but like I couldn't give a shit because it was like, I grew up playing WoW. The story didn't ultimately matter unless it was a cutscene. And even here, when I was watching like the cutscenes and stuff and going through the dialogue, I was like skimming, and I don't remember if I skipped cutscenes. I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I let them play out, but I wasn't really paying too much attention because I don't remember the fact that we're casting suspicions on the church here. Or maybe I do, or maybe it just didn't stick. Because the story kicked into overdrive around the time where Titan was a thing. For me, that's when I got super interested. Please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here. And about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Okay. So I don't really remember a ton of this. I remember like where the NPCs are. That scared the shit out of me. Thank you for the resub, Nia, and putting in center the good looks. But yeah, I definitely didn't care about the story, and a lot of this didn't stick. I know certain things that did. Cutscenes, of course. If it wasn't a cutscene, I didn't care. What's up, Nia? How's it going? You've been streaming so late at night, and I've been sleeping early lately that I haven't been able to catch your streams that much. You're one from the church. Thank goodness you're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child. Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Your whole sleep schedule is so whack. Dude, I feel like if I'm not staying up until 3 and 4 in the morning and then waking up around noon, my sleep schedule's whack. Because that's like the sleep schedule I've been on for the past like 3 years. Because that's just like, that's where the work happens, dude. So I stream at 3. And now, people are going to work super early, so I'm waking up super early, and I'm going to sleep super early, and I'm getting all fucked up, and my dog is eating early. So now she's like expecting food really early. She doesn't hear me though. She's asleep with a fucking desk leg inside of her mouth. I'm almost at the level where I can unlock warrior. Going to bed at 7 a.m. Wake up at 4 p.m. trying to fix it. Holy shit, bro. Well, there's two ways to fix it. Stay up all day for over 24 hours, or just wake up really early and then go to sleep early. I believe in you. Get me off this thing. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Irma God? I went the wrong way. Hello. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. God's forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, risking our own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. Money. What does 14 need, Triad? Sword checks? Oh my god. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she's received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now on to the other matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding those disappearances. Boss gave you some strong-ass melatonin, so you've been taking that for a few days. I mean, that's another way of doing it, getting to sleep early. The best fighter used sword checks. Listen. Until it's an alternate weapon for him in Dissidia NT, I don't know. It'd be pretty dope to have nunchucks as a weapon in 14, though. But, like, I don't know. Would it? What class would even use it? Monk? But monks punch. And kick. And no more but no less. Ah, there you are, Meteor. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions are not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Meteor. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Sure. I don't think anything in here is going to aggro me. Excuse me. Pardon. Weird leaflet. But, yeah, I don't know. Everything seems to use just one singular weapon in 14. In 11, you had choices, but in 14, you really don't. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Parchment. This leaflet. See the Wolf of Null to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Null Thal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drabone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Okay. Save the time! Teleport! We here. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? Here you go. Parchment. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Would someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? I can't see thancred. The plot thickens, Meteor. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I still consider how to best handle this. For now, tell Isambard that what we have learned here. Bye, thancred. Alright, am I gonna get like a fucking link pearl and be like, now go do the materia? Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Meteor. I shall keep my ears and eyes open now more than ever. I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Meteor and me serve like Let Meteor and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. Ah, I dare to hope this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Meteor. So as to lay the foundation of our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard had lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Time to get dressed. I forgot how to open my armory chest. Holy shit. Well, I still have to talk to 5 people while dressed. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Perhaps you should rejoin your fellows at the pond north of Sandgate. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. I know who Azima is. You are? Another refugee by the looks of you. Your mortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. I wanted to hear the story. Fucking hell, that camera. Meteor dash. Disguised meteor dash. Meteor jump. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Jesus. You have quite the knack for being a nuisance, Meteor. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Okay. 3 seconds until Meteor Dash. Meteor Dash. Soon I'll have a mount, guys. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Will my mount be a sick motorcycle? I don't have Fenrir, I'm sorry. It's a little expensive. A fine morning for catching Fel's priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Meteor. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. There's no way, this is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you and what do you want? Be at ease, child. I mean, you know, oh, I see who it is. Be at ease, child. I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nanthal, and I've come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. How did you know? You bastards tricked me! Please don't hurt me, I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. I cough. It's one sec. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for this mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. That's a sobbing noise. Meteor, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Let's take the shortcut. You can hear Thancred cracking his knuckles from here. Damn right. Excuse me. I'm still wearing the shit clothes. Alright, that's actually like wear the proper gear set. Hello, Tataru. Welcome back, Meteor. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information, if your blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Bubbly pots? Yeah, because he has bubbly pots. That's where he does his materia melding. Bubbly pots. There he is.
Who is Uplander come to tent ring of Mutamix bubbly pots?
Lighty Tool drinks an airy self. When full of airy self, Flighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Flighty Tool.
Then Big Eyes, Flighty Tool gains power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Flighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Fighty Tool is unstrung as eating tool. Make tool Make good teachy so of power of materia.
The materia master.
Now eyes of Uplander point at fighty tool, yes? Materia join with fighty tool. Fighty tool gains power of materia. Fighty tool reborn. Here, Uplander take fighty tool to Minfilia.
Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from someone that would have struggled to cut stake into a weapon with wielding.
Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia, then Uplander best fill braincase with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants braincase to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learnings of Mutamix.
I love goblins. I'm just gonna do that. There, now I can get materia out of my gear. Alright, to Horizon. Whew. We're making progress today. So, I played FF11 when it came out as a kid. Right, when I was really young, a very young, not so sharp blade. I had to be honed yet, you know. I still have the same account, right? I never really got to endgame. I was really bad at like looking for information. I didn't have friends to play with. I was a little shy, etc., etc. I did make friends though. I forgot or didn't know. I don't know which one it was. That the level cap was 50, and every 5 levels you have to do a really annoying quest to increase your level cap again. I'm wildin', dude. I'm like, I want to progress the story in 11, but then I get like body blocked by my inability to level, and I have to go do that, and it just takes forever. It's interesting. FF11 is still running? Absolutely. They've said multiple times that they don't want a mainline mothership like FF game to ever not be playable. So like if they ever decide to shut FF11 down, they would do a single player offline version, but the producers of that game currently said it wouldn't be the same if you couldn't see other people and play with other people. So like it's definitely still running. They're doing a return campaign for people who own the game and haven't been subbed for a while, so you can play for free until the end of May. And they have a 14-day free trial. They didn't ask an AMA and everything like 2 days ago on the Reddit because of the 20th anniversary for FF11 is this year. They also have been doing for the past couple months, including I think the last update was May 10th or something, a new story update for FF11 called the Voracious Dissonance or something, Disappearance, the Voracious something, and it has to do with like the Atomos all around or something like that. I haven't gotten far enough in the story to even get there, but it's pretty cool that they're still doing stuff. It just sucks that the fact that their dev kit is a PS2 dev kit is really limiting on what they can and cannot do to update the game and like do new expansions and all this other stuff, because the PC version is the only version left, and it's basically running on a PS2 emulator converted for PC because it's a PS2 dev kit. And it's coupled with Play Online, which sucks ass, and they can't decouple it without like risking a lot of lost data, loss of being able to use and do certain things, etc. And it's like the cost is too high, and I'm pretty sure Square doesn't give a shit. It'd be nice to like have 11 and its style of MMO coincide alongside 14's style of MMO, which is more modern. The best way I could put it is, you know, all those Japanese MMOs and isekais that are like, hey, we do all these things, buff yourself 25 times, then fight the enemy while you're like basically unstoppable, but you need that 20 minutes of fucking buffs and all this other shit, and like all these items and secret things and all that stuff, and you're like, ain't no fucking MMO like that. No, they're talking about FF11. Welcome back, Meteor. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Meteor, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. I'm ready. I'm 30. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Meteor. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Camp Drybone. Ah, your meteor of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware of that their man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place in the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Meteor. Let's make sure it does. Okay. Not that way. Where am I? I thought there was a way into that room. What the fuck? Am I tripping? Is it a different room? Are there two? What the? Oh, the door was back here. Damn it. Meteor dash! So yeah, anyway, I've been playing a lot of 11. While I still have my free time to play again. I finally, after 20 years, I finally unlocked Summoner. I've been trying to do that since the game came out. Well, I don't know if Summoner was actually a base class. Well, maybe not since the game came out, but like since, like, what's the word? Since it was like ever put in my head that I could be a summoner and have giant summons following me as we go through the world of fucking Vana'diel, I had always wanted to be a summoner. I think the first time I ever was like, I want that, was when I saw a summoner walking, two summoners on the ferry between Selbina and Mara. I saw one of them with Odin and the other one with Fenrir, and I was like, I want that. And then that was the goal ever since. And I was never able to like get that because I sucked. Oops. I think the first time I played this, I thought we were trailing him. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Ah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. They're a lot weaker than they look. Well, I mean, I'm definitely over-leveled. And they did nerf this one. This one was, I think... I don't know if it was during closed beta or early on, but this one was like... People struggled. It was a lot harder to keep certain NPCs alive, like that the pugilist. They're just over there. I didn't even realize. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Oh God! Melatonin! Bring him. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum. Ah, here we are. I fear the Amuljar mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die as a soldier's death with steel in hand. How do I do duty support again? Oh, over here. Was it always this conjurer? They're Scions now. Good for them. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Ow. I spit on myself. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you. Grace us with your divine presence. My voice ain't deep enough, guys. Well, let's see if I have a voice mod for this. O mighty Ifrit, we bring you ignorant savages who know not your godhood. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may hold the right of behold the right of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you.
Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn.
Almighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. You're impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation.
Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame cannot serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered.
Let's fucking go, you giant oversized salamander. Yeah, hit. No, fuck it. If it looking like a bit like Diablo. Yeah, I can see it. I win. Vai questo. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of the Amalja's zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. And persistent lot. Whew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say that their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Meteor. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let's continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybones, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland given the troubles at court. We've only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I'm troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Did such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is consideration for another time. You've been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. I forgot that you see Nero without his helmet this early. Hello. You guys say anything? No, you just cheer? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, there you are, Meteor. Come rest a while. You'll have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath for a time at least. And where were we? Ah yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be of whole body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered... but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all of our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Meteor. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I've long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourselves a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Yeah, so... in case it's missed, tempering is an irrevocable altering of the soul to serve a primal's thrall. At least that's how it is now. And when you're tempered, you're basically just there to serve that primal and try to resummon it and serve it. So they are sentenced to death. So everyone who is with me is getting executed. Every single... every single person who was there with me throughout all that and got tempered are set to execution. Because that is the only way to nip it in the bud, and it's fucking horrible. It sucks. It like super sucks. Tempering is a huge problem, which is why people with the Echo can fight primals, but if you don't have the Echo, you gotta gotta not, because the threat too big, threat too long. Hey, Tatsu. Let's see what's going on over here. Hey, Ashtola. Organization, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of... Oh, yeah. She's just telling me the same thing she told me last time I spoke to her. Brent! Don't mind me, lad. I'm just here to deliver a shipment. Now, well shall I tell him where to put it? Una Tayun. Why don't any of these blokes know who I am? I swear I was one of them Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Only we didn't have such a fancy name back then, and the headquarters was in a far more convenient location. At least I think it was, or is me mind playing tricks on me? Gods, what's wrong with me? Why can't I remember it more clearly? I think she was part of the Path of... the Circle of... No, the Path of 12. What's up, Arnvold? They say that those of us who have seen the dream are chosen, that we may that we have within us the seeds of greatness. We could be heroes. Even me, an Alamegan half-breed, calved out when his mother could no longer stand the sight of him. A half-breed who once took to banditry just to eat. I'm sure I'm just brimming with heroic potential. He's like 15! Robberies and disappearances? The Amalja are the most likely culprit, wouldn't you agree? Then again, this is Thanalan. One cannot discount the possibility that moneyed interests are involved. So the boy has Garlean blood in him. Can't say I'm surprised. Everyone knows what happens when a city is sacked, even if the bards choose to omit that part. Arnveld shouldn't be pitied. Boys like him have a clean slate, an opportunity to write their own story, free of the ties that bind the common man. Okay, yeah, they're just saying the same shit. This room changes like every couple of MSQ missions, so like every time you're supposed to come back to the Waking Sands, it's a little different. With more Scions and stuff. Now I could join a grand company! My late arrival nearly cost Meteor's life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly, just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... It's me, Meteor! Hi, I'm Meteor. Meteor, it's so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aims of summoning the primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of aether. Crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, the primals possess no physical form. The essence is dispersed across the great river of aether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or aetheric coalescence, which grants the beings physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait, meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. Ah, the Immortal Flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Meteor. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. Once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope you will continue to stand with us, Meteor. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame Journal for his losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me, how many more lives? Louisoix would have never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. I think this is probably a relatively good point to stop. And we can continue the next time I stream 14 and get all the Grand Company stuff out of the way. Get a mount and maybe get to do Totorak. Yeah, this world would be brutal. It kind of sucks. It's a very good exclamation point to why primals are dangerous and threaten the very realm. It does a good job of showing the motivations of the beast tribes, which cannot be quelled at this point. The threat of primals to the very existence and the motivations behind a lot of even the villains. The primals are the centerpiece of A Realm Reborn. And I'll kill them all because I'm Meteor. I'm Minfilia. Anyway, that's a good place to stop for today. 2-hour stream, got Ifrit out of the way. I was kind of hoping I get to Totorak, but I forgot how much is in between Ifrit and Totorak. Part of me was like, do Ifrit, then I start talking to Ida and Pablimo, and then we go do Totorak. Forgot there's an entire thing about joining a Grand Company and fucking doing the what is it, the ceremony of remembrance or whatever, and I have to go to all the city states to do that. So I have to, they're voiced at least, but it's the cutscenes with like Raban, Moab, and Kane Senna and stuff. So I have to do that, and that takes a little while, and then I have to join a Grand Company, and then I have to do a mission for the Grand Company, and then I go back to the Scions. So I figure I'll do that next time, and we'll try to at least stop after Totorak next time. But there is so much in between the Grand Companies and Totorak. It takes a while, especially if I'm reading all the dialogue. That's the kicker. Just reading all the dialogue is slowing it down a lot. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed vibing. It was a pretty chill stream. I'm sorry I didn't stream for basically a week, but I wasn't feeling very good, but I'm okay. Tomorrow, I put out a schedule. I realized I didn't say anything in a particular Discord in which I usually play with people on Thursdays. I'm going to be doing my own thing at 3, just so I could like kind of get back into the swing of streaming on my own and making up for the streams I missed. I am pushing Amnesia, which I was supposed to stream on Friday, then I pushed to Monday, then I pushed off. I'm going to try to do that on next Monday if everything goes well, but the likely scenario is I might not stream on next Monday. There's a small chance because it's Memorial Day, so it might get like annoying to try to stream on Memorial Day. But other than that, every other normal stream day will be back to normal. So tomorrow I'm going to play Guild Wars 2. I'm going to start the story in that with a new character. Chat, if you show up early enough, you can help me make said character. I have an idea of what race, gender, and class, but you know, we could always change it up. And then I'll experience the story really for the first time in Guild Wars 2 and like actually play through the expansion properly. And the game and its expansions properly, and then we'll start that just as alongside a Realm Reborn here. And then Friday I'm playing some Friday Night Funkin' mods because there's a couple I've downloaded and I've been meaning to play. Not Indie Cross. I'll go back to Indie Cross maybe if there's time, if it ends too early, but you know, I raid on Friday, so it's usually an hour and a half. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, thanks for chilling. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to check out my schedule, it's on my Twitter. You can go down below and click on the Twitter banner to go to my Twitter. I did put out a YouTube video last Friday, which I tweeted about and stuff, but because I wasn't streaming, I didn't get to really talk about it. I put out a Guilty Gear Strive video last Friday. If you want to check that out, you can go to my YouTube channel down below. If you want to check out the first part of the Meteor Final Fantasy XIV VODs, you can go to the VODs banner down below, and that should be the most recent video that got put out. And I also put out a TikTok today. I don't know if you guys care about that one, but if you missed the Smash or Pass JoJo last week, or you just want to relive some of that, I've been uploading a shit ton of that. I don't know. This is the part where I chill and say, go look at my other stuff while I'm resting my fucking throat from talking for the past 2 hours straight. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, and we'll have a good time playing Guild Wars. Been a minute. It's been a minute.
施錠をしたとはいえ、こんな古い木の扉なんて簡単に破られるだろうな。
Yup, okay.